Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Arcade Avengers where I'm your host, GrayPG. Today guys, we're going to be taking a look into the game of League of Legends. This is an amazing game. The game offers great value. It's somewhat similar to Brawl Stars, which you guys know me for. It's more of a complicated game. I've spent a lot of time trying to get good at this just to bring you some content with it, but I've been having a lot of fun with it. We're going to be playing in the support role because I autofilled today and just so happened I got put in support. We're going to be playing an off-role support. It is seen some support play in the professional levels, but not so much in the lower levels. His name is Gragas. Gragas is normally a jungler, does amazing things. He's a burst mage. He's kind of a bruiser mage. And he has some great abilities. He got some great damage if you build him with damage. He's a great tank if you build him like a tank. So we'll see how the game plays out to see what we do. But what we're looking at right now are his abilities. His Q is a little cask he throws on the ground. The longer it sits there, the more damage it does. And when you recast it, it makes it blow up. Or if it sits too long, it blows up. And when it does, if it hits an enemy, it slows them and does great damage. His W is a ground pound, and his ground pound also provides him with resistance, which is really great. Another thing that he has is his E. His E is a dash forward, and this dash forward also gives him the opportunity to stun an enemy. Really good to get out of sticky situations, amazing for setting up the ability to give your opponents, or to kill your opponents. So it's a great ability. And then his last ability is his ultimate, or like a super. And his super's a lot like Dynamite's super, in the sense that he throws down a big cask, and this cask blows up and shoots its enemies in a direction dependent upon where they are when the cask blows. Now, it's just like Dynamite, where he'll push someone over to the side and stuff. However, unlike Dynamite, his cask blows up immediately upon hitting the ground, which is really useful. And it does great damage too. His passive ability means he gains health after casting an ability. He can do this every 8 seconds, and he gets 6% of his health back. Really good for sustaining through lane. We're playing him as a support. We're a melee support, which means we could really use some sustain to be able to block for our AD carry or AP carry, depending on what we get in this game. And then, last thing we want to do is take a quick look at some of the runes that he has here. So he has Aftershock. Anytime he immobilizes an enemy, he gets massive resistance stats and does a little bit of damage if they're close enough by. He also has Font of Life. Anytime you mess with someone's movement, your enemies can auto-attack them for healing. He has Second Wind, we have Bone Plating on him. And Bone Plating actually gives him the ability to sustain damage and take some hits and stuff without receiving too much hurt. So it's really good. And then finally we have Revitalize, which increases the healing that he does, which is great for his passive. And so that'll be very useful in using this here. Finally, we're in the Domination tree for our secondary tree. And we're using Sudden Impact, so whenever we dash forward with our E, we do more damage. And we're going to take Ingenious Hunter. And Ingenious Hunter gives us a cooldown reduction on any of our active abilities, including our warding, which is really important on a support, because vision control is one of our greatest allies. Now we're going to take in our runes, which is very new to the game in the recent seasons. He was an old mechanic that has now been returned and a bit modified. We're taking cooldown for our first option. Our second option, we're going to take some ability power. And then we're going to take some armor to deal with any AD carry that we have. And we saw that we're going to be going up against an Ezreal when we were looking and getting ready for this game. But anyways, that's what we're taking a look at. That's what we're dealing with. So let's just go ahead and get right into it, okay guys? So I'll see you when the match begins. So we're going to go ahead here and see what we want to do. We're going into an Ezreal and a Soraka, a little bit of a poke lane. So I think my best bet is going to take some defensive starting items, which is going to be this Relic Shield. Gives us a little bit of an easy start. We're going to pull up our line of scrimmage here. see if we can stop anybody from trying to invade upon us, because that is very frequent in these games. Someone will invade. Now this is just a normal game. It is preseason, so that's kind of how that is. But I've been playing around with as many roles as I can, and doing so, I've been playing here in norms, so I can learn any role possible. And so this time we just got stuck in a support role, and we're gonna see how things go. So let's figure this out. Let's get some League of Legends down and win some games. How's that sound to you? Ooh, he's got a Kali in the top lane. Fortunately, she destroys tanks, and he is not a tank. He is more of a bruiser and all that. Yeah, a lot of people don't like the new Akali. Lissandra goes really well into that champ, though. So that's kind of the thing, is she wins really hard. She's my favorite champ to take into that champion, because she has the ability to shut down everything that she wants to do, which just makes her so good for doing this. Ooh, he hit me. Boink. Give him a little bit of gold. That's what this relic shield does. You can see it right here. It tells us how many stacks of that we have, being able to do that little kaplowy. Okay. We're kind of zoning him off with our Q. Our Q kind of reminds me of a dynamite, but the longer you hold it, the more it does. Ooh, took a lot of free damage there, and I wasn't up there with him when he went to engage, which is part of why we've taken the bigger portion of damage there. Now we do kind of want some bush control, which will be good. Uh-oh, we lost a little bit of our volume there, guys. That's not great. Am I still recording sound there? Yeah, it does sound like it is. Alright, we got that. Oof, I may not be, though. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't like this, but if we have no more audio in the game, that's okay. We'll live with it. We'll just see what it is that we can do here. We're going to gain some health with our passive called Happy Hour, and what it does is it makes me gain, I think, like 8% of my max health back, which is really useful, and I get it every 8 seconds. So it's already back. I can just do that, and boom, there I have some more. It's right here, Happy Hour. So every time that comes back off a cooldown, we are able to use it and throw a spell, and our spell will make us gain health back. Boom, make them take a little bit of chunked damage. And anytime that he hits them when they have a little leaf icon over them, because I throw my Q and hurt them, anytime that happens, he can gain some life back from just doing his basic auto attack on them. Alright guys, so we've got a little bit of vision up. That's a big part of me as a support. What I want to do is try and get some vision going. And so I've gotten that portion taken care of just now. Boom. Ooh, not where I want to be there. Ooh, but our good old Lux took our first blood. Alright, we got that now. We want to get those cannon minions because they offer up a lot of gold for us, which is really handy for us to have because we don't have many options towards getting gold as a support. We are melee support into a range support, so we are going to take a lot of poke, and unfortunately Soraka has sustain. How she does that is she has a heal. She gives some of her health over for a massive health boost to her little friend, who is Ezreal, a ranged champion in the role of what they call AD carry, or attack damage carry. So he's intended to win games. Ooh, get her. Oh, I'm in a little bit of trouble. So we keep doing this to be able to make sure that we have sustain in health. it also gives us resistance. Boom, we got our little bit of gold there. And then we have an AP carry because Swain is ability power, and we're hitting some lag spikes, which is not great. I'm kind of sad that that's the case. We're gonna see though what we can do. The support over there has gone over into the mid lane to try and influence what's going on over there. It looks like everybody ended up okay. Our Lux did recall. We do have some pretty toxic people, unfortunately, in our chat, seems like. So we need to mute this guy as soon as we possibly can. Alright, our jungler took a little bit of damage, so we want to make sure that we don't let them get too much control over us and hurt us too much. But I did want to stand there so I could protect him. As a support, it's usually good to move around with your jungler because you can set up plays that way and hopefully get some kills around the map. I actually want this pink ward. Very important, especially as a support, to get pink wards. Pink wards deny vision from your enemy and give you vision. So it's very, very useful to have some pink wards. Very necessary part of the game, and it's something that I'm trying to utilize right now because vision control, the thing is, you can see around this map you have dark areas right here. We don't know if the enemy's there or not. If they are there, then the thing is we won't know about it, and having vision grants us that information. We want to know where our enemy is as often as we can, avoids them from sneaking up on us and killing us when they have the chance. So I got that big cannon minion there. Oh, didn't. I recast my Q to try and pop it right away. It did not work. Oof. Alright. We have a little bit of some audio spikes going on, guys. It's too bad. I don't know if you can hear some of it. I'm probably just going to turn off that whole audio portion just because it's hard to understand and hard to deal with. I think I may just turn these off, my headphones, because they've given me a lot of trouble. Alright, and now I can hear myself better anyway, so we're good. Okay, let's see here. We'll move this over, and we need to get 500 gold. We have 454. We are about 2 minions away from being able to have map control. It's in a bad corner for me. It's too bad. Now we have our ultimate ability, which is a lot like a super. Almost got the kill there. I threw my ultimate down, which displaces them, and then through the displacement I can try and get my team to follow up. Unfortunately, there wasn't much follow-up. Although Soraka, her heals does take away life, so it does put her in a lot of danger if she decides to try and heal Ezreal now. So we're gonna see if we can do anything here. We got the kill, guys. It would have been good to give it over to our carry, however, because of how things played out, we really couldn't. Because we wanted to make sure that that kill went over to our team and gave us a little bit of a lead. So we secured the kill just because we didn't want to miss out on it. we wanted to make sure that we get it, and so we did what we could there. Unfortunately, our top lane is having a lot of trouble. I forgot to mute him. He's having a lot of trouble with his lane opponent, which is Akali. She is a very difficult and very cheesy champion. She has a lot of interesting abilities, which gives her a heavy advantage in this game, which is too bad. Our Swain is going up top. Our carry is to try and take care of things, make sure that things don't get out of hand there. But unfortunately, there's only so much that he can do. Alright, cool. We got the double kill there. We're going to say good job, bud. And he's returning the good job. So we're fairly strong. We may actually want to go ability power, which I was originally intending to go tank here. But if we can go ability power, that'll be really good for us. Now we want this guy to show up in time for us to give him one of these minions so we can, boom, have everything good again. Now we've got our mission completed, which is exactly what we want to be able to move forward in this game. We're going to have, soon enough, right here, you see now we have wards there. Let her know that we see her, and we have lots and lots of mana, guys. Just because we have this little blue ring below us, it's because we killed the jungler who had the blue buff. Blue buff gives you mana. So we have control of that. Now there's a dragon. The dragon is up for grabs, and we want to try and take control of the vision around this dragon. So what we're going to do is place what's called a control ward here. Boom. Now we know that they don't have vision around here. We're going to put down some vision here. We're going to try and get out of there. As this guy comes around, and ooh, Soraka cannot be killed. Alright, us as a team are doing quite a bit. We are actually getting control of the other team's jungle, which puts them behind and allows us to be able to maintain ourselves ahead. So we're now going to try and take this Cloud Drake and give us the opportunity to do something like get ahead through maintaining the buffs that come from a Cloud Drake. Each individual elemental Drake has its own special ability as far as what it offers. The Cloud Drake offers movement speed, both in and out of combat. And so we're doing pretty good, guys. We have 3 kills as a support, which isn't really our goal, but it's what we got. So we're going to build around the fact that that's the case. And we're going to get some, I think we're going to get this and go for that. Yeah. Ooh, something else we want to do now that we have wards coming from our active item, we're going to go ahead and get the sweeping trinkets, Oracle Lens. It prevents vision all the same as the other stuff does. And we, guys, are really far ahead. The only person who is strong on their team is the Akali. Everyone else is really weak, and we are all very strong. I mean, as a support, I'm extremely strong, and that's saying something. Alright, we took a lot of damage there, guys. So we want to make sure that we don't let ourselves die recklessly. We did give over 1 kill, but we got a kill on Ezreal, so that's good, that's good. Ezreal was worth an okay amount of gold. Not necessarily a lot, but an okay amount. So by doing that, we've actually done just fine. We're doing just fine, guys. We now have another control ward, give us more vision control of this map. We have some lag, which is always, you know, a plus, because when you have lag, it really just makes sure that everyone is, you know, behind, and that's great. Gives the other team a chance, you know, it puts me behind, which means they have a chance to win here. Now, I seen him do that little snipe there. I'm wondering if he has vision. He does not. It may have just been placed somewhere else. So, he just got lucky with that, I guess. I wasn't sure if this is what he wanted to do, so I wasn't going to do it. But now that I know that this is what he wants, I'm fairly strong, so I'm going to go ahead and get involved in it. And, yeah. So, this is what we're going to do, is take this thing that is called the scuttle, or no, the Rift Scuttle. Give the jungler the chance to use it. Oh, shoot, shoot, shoot. That didn't go very well for us. But we are pretty strong, guys. We have quite a bit of opportunity to do stuff around the map. We're making a good bit of an impact. We are very strong. Very, very strong, guys. We've pushed out this lane, which means that this tower is going to start taking shots. You see how it's shooting out these minions, which means that the enemy team doesn't get them. We're denying gold for the enemy by letting it be shot out by the tower. So it's giving us the opportunity to stay ahead, which is really nice. Now we want to try and do what we can to secure vision around our side of the jungle, and then be able to set up this gank on this guy. So a gank means to invade into him, especially without him knowing that's a proper gank. So we're going to maneuver through our jungle, make sure that they don't have any vision on us. They don't. We're going to make our way. We want to put down our control ward here because there's a new dragon going to spawn in 43 seconds. We've used our Rift Herald here to make sure that we secure this tower, but we have built very squishy, okay guys, so we don't have as much health as we'd like to. Ooh, this guy is going to make sure that we're okay. Alright, this is going pretty good, guys. We got 2 towers off of that one push. Now we want to try and do what we can to secure vision in the enemy jungle. So we're going to throw vision here and throw vision there. Gives us an idea of where the enemy is. It's really deep into their territory. Now he wants to take on this next little dragon here. I say let's go for it. I'm going to throw some vision there and give us an idea of if someone's coming, which will be nice because we need to know if we're in trouble. So we're doing what we can to make sure that we are aware of what's going on around us. So this guy really appreciates what I've been able to do around this map. I say give it to Lux, because she actually needs it more than I do. So when she came up, I was like, yes, you take this, Lux. I'm more than happy with that. Because she is actually a bigger carry than I am, because she's been in a solo lane, which means all the experience that she's been getting, she's been soaking it up all on her own. Meanwhile, me, I have been sharing mine with anybody I'm around. And I'm usually around somebody else because as a support, you want to be working with other people. So this Lux wants it, and she gets it. If Akali wants to step forward, I'll be ready for her. That's why I'm doing what I can here to drink up. Alright, we gotta keep drinking up to give ourselves the proper resistances needed. We're pretty tanky just naturally. As a pseudo tank, we're a mage bruiser, and so for that reason, we can tank these tower shots and be okay. Boom. I need to get out of there because I was kind of out of position. Even though we're lagging like this, our frames are really chunky. But we win the game, guys, because we had a really good control over this entire map, this entire time. So despite our lag, despite our issues, we won pretty handedly. Because that's the power of Gragas. He is a great support. And so we are going to fully lag out of the game. We're going to crash as a way to show that we were having trouble, and yet despite our trouble, we win. That's what that means, guys. An error has occurred and you have crashed. That's what it says. Well, swell, guys. That's what you want to see every time. Alright. So, we need to do a memory dump, blah, blah, blah. It's okay. We won, and that's what's important, guys. So, that's what we've learned in League of Legends, and hopefully you learned a little bit of something from this gameplay that I had, despite the errors going on in my game. It was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed, but until next time, I'll see you guys later. So, bye.